As a building company, we faced a lot of unique challenges. October 10th of 2018, we experienced Hurricane Michael here in Panama City. It was a Category 5 hurricane. It was one of the most devastating hurricanes to hit the United States in a very long time, and it just dragged a path across our city. We didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this storm. It was a very weak storm in the few days leading up to it, and within the 48 hours before, it ramped up to a Category 5 hurricane.
We were camping at the beach on Sunday, and I remember my brother-in-law came and said, "Hey, did you know there's a storm coming?" And we said, "No, we were camping, right?" And then we went back home that night, and the next day we said, "That storm looks like it's coming here. Maybe it's going to be a Category 3, maybe. So we should prepare." And so we started gathering everything up, and by Wednesday it hit. I rode the hurricane out here in town. I was in a home that I had built. It was my parents' home, and we had 13 of us in one of my mom's closet. And truthfully, it was terrifying. And I remember being asked, how can this home handle this? Because you're hearing all this racket outside. You don't know, is it the house coming apart, or is it things hitting the house? It was pretty terrifying.
Most people that I talked to that stayed in town and rode out the hurricane, it said it was one of the most terrifying experiences of their lives. Many of them thought that they weren't going to survive it. When you hear trees crashing and being ripped in half and falling down all around you, falling on your home, it was terrifying for so many people.
It's unbelievable because after the hurricane, we came in, we had turned off all the electricity, worrying about the surge afterwards. And we came in, this house was exactly like we left it. There was still air, we walked in, it was still fresh, and everything was intact. Nothing. We had one palm tree that had fallen, and that was it. And the devastation out here in Bay Point was amazing.
In the days after the storm, we were able to get in touch with all of our team to make sure that they were okay, their families were okay, see what immediate needs everyone had. And we were able to get word for us all to meet at our office. Now, our office had been destroyed. The roof had peeled off and it was completely destroyed in the hurricane. And so we met there in the parking lot, gathered in the tailgate of one of our trucks, and then we started brainstorming, okay, what do we do next?
As it turned out, my brother's shop was next door to our office, and it was not destroyed. And so we were able to, everything that was salvageable, we just marched across the parking lot, put it into one big room so we would have a kind of a home base to work out of. Eventually our office, we took it down and we're rebuilding it now.
One of the overwhelming themes that we kept talking about, and Brian Baber mentioned, and one of the first things that he mentioned is that, people that we're going to run into have just been through an awful experience, a traumatic experience. And the overwhelming message was, okay, we need to offer
grace upon grace. And so when you think you have more to give, no more to give them more grace. Because somebody may have had something very little happen to their home, but it's the biggest thing in the world to them.
Over the past year since the storm, we've been able to rebuild people's homes. We've been able to take homes that were destroyed, tear them down, and start building brand new homes for people. We've been able to take homes that were damaged and remodel them and repair them so people can move back into their homes. Our goal was to figure out who can we help get back to some sort of sense of normalcy. The storm was an awful thing to happen to Panama City. It was a terrible thing for all the destruction and the tragedy and the loss that we've experienced. But ultimately, the storm is offering a chance for renewal.
We really have a great team.